Hello, long time no see. I know it's been ages since I've posted a YouTube video, and to be frank, things have been a little bit crazy since the last time I posted. Now I thought, what shall I do to sort of give everyone a bit of an update? So I think the easiest thing to do is to go right back to the sort of time when I done my last video, just to keep everyone in the loop. Now there has been a few bits and pieces posted by myself on Instagram since that date, but for you guys who are not on Instagram and other social media platforms, this is basically for you guys, okay? So let's just go right back to the beginning. Ellie, my dog, my Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, she was diagnosed with a grade 3 heart murmur and needs liver and kidneys checked and teeth looked at. Sorry, I've got some notes in there. They weighed that in at about £1,000. That's about 1,500 US. Rosie, the other dog, as you see here, she nicked some of my chocolate. I don't know how she got all of it, but she did. And of course, that's that organic dark stuff, and it's very strong. She had about 50 grams of that, which is pretty much a toxic amount. That cost £800 to get that fixed. That's about what, 1,200 US. So that pretty much wiped out my savings. I had a few thousand saved up for a rainy day, so that's just been well tapped into. One of the big things was me and Mrs. Funky have divorced. We're separated. The divorce proceedings are in process right now. It's a purely amicable thing. There's been no arguments, etc. Things have been pretty much agreed on both sides, and we just thought it was the right thing to do for us. I'm not going to dwell on it because that's just personal, and let's just leave it there. So I thought, right, I needed a place, so I thought what I needed to do was to get somewhere away from Urbanville, because I don't really do well in towns and cities and lots of groups of people, okay? So I thought I needed to get somewhere a bit remote. So I found somewhere and it was perfect. And I moved in there, and the intentions were to travelling around the world, etc., to meet some of my friends who I've been longing to do for a long, long time. And it was perfect. Then everything changed. Just blew me away. I didn't expect it. I was planning on being on my own for a while, just sort of get my head together and to move on. And I met someone. Isn't it always the way? Yeah, a woman very, very close to my heart, and everything's perfect. And you can see us together on screen now. So yes, I moved out of the home. Everything was separated and fine. And then my girlfriend moved in with me. That caused a bit of eruptions with the landlord. It all turned sour, so we had to move out fast. We stayed at a friend's house of Saffron's, that's her name. That was for 2 or 3 weeks. While we were there on holiday, we was house sitting with all these ferrets, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of ferrets. They're awesome, you'll love them. So that was just crazy, but we obviously couldn't stay there for too long because it's just not right, you know, stay in a room in someone's house. We couldn't live there forever, so we frantically looked high and low for somewhere just for us, and we found somewhere. And we've moved in very recently, a lovely part of the world in England on the coast, and enjoying every minute of it. It's just been amazing. So within the last 5 weeks, I've moved house once, twice, 3 times. This is the 4th time of moving. And anyone who knows how stressful it is moving house, it's a crazy thing to do. But to do it 4 times in 5 weeks, as well as like not taking any time off work, it's an absolute nightmare. Absolutely shattered, lots of stress. But things have been very, very crazy. So to be honest, social media hasn't even been on the radar, just completely stopped. Even Instagram just like had to take a backseat. There's just no way. So that was going crazy. The place we had to move out from, we had big falling out, and we ended up losing the deposit. So if I have time, I'm going to fight to get that back because I believe I've got a good case. So that was more money gone, which has been crazy. Then the brakes, hydraulics on the Land Cruiser failed. To get those parts and labour all done, that was just under £800. So that really, really pushed everything craziness. Then we found a place not too far from where I was staying with my ex-partner, Mrs. Funky. We lost £200 out of that deposit. Some credit checks and stuff fell through from all sorts of things that happened in the past. So money's just been nuts. It really has, and it's been testing. So one of the things I wanted to do a long time ago was to go to Camp Shaky at Christmas, because the guys do a great job down there, especially for helping out charities, etc. And they supported the prep events that I organise over at Church Farm every summertime. So I thought it was only fair to sort of tag along and see what it's all about and meet some friends up there. But unfortunately, the way money is, there's just no way you can afford to get the tickets, and more so the diesel to get all the way up there and back. It's a long old drive. It's about 3 or 4 hours, so that's like 8 hours travelling. I can't get any time off work because my boss is on holiday all of December, and I have to run the shop, so I'm boss for a month. So I can't just take a Friday off. It has to be Saturday. So the plan was to go out there very early Saturday morning, go out there, do the camp for one night, stay till probably midday on Sunday and drive back. So, 8 hours travelling, the tickets, the diesel, just can't do it. So I'm really gutted that I'm going to have to pull out of the Camp Shaky thing, because any other time it'd have been fine. It's just too much. I'm sorry about that. But it is what it is. The vet bills have just been insane. They've really pushed things, okay? The last 2 places we've lived in, the cottage and now here on the coast, the signal's been rubbish. I mean, where we are now, the walls are 18 inches thick, it's made of stone, it's a solid build and it's lovely, but you just can't get a signal in there. And I've been trying out MiFi, it's the mobile 4G, but that's just so intermittent. It's very hard to stay in comms on Instagram, on my network anyway, which is EE, or in Saffron's O2, and she seems to be okay now and again, but she seems to get by just and use Instagram on occasion. So comms have been really bad. So what I plan to do is to do videos as and when I've got time and try to upload them at work. I don't know how involved or nicely put together they're going to be compared to what I used to make. I don't know. It is what it is. But this is going to be like a 6-month let where we are at the moment, just so we can get a base to operate from, get our stuff together and plan where to go from here. Once we've found somewhere, we're hoping that the communication things, i.e. internet, is going to be a lot better. It just seems to be the more remote you go, the more hard it is for communications. In Urbanville, it's great, you can get internet great, but to be honest, I just do not like living in them environments. I spent too long in the cities, and I just hate it. So out in the fresh air and away from the madding crowd is very much up our street. So we're going to have to find somewhere with good comms, that'd be great. And to top all of that, little Arlen, the vet, Saffron introduced me to him when we first met, and fell in love with the guy. And he's one of the only ferrets who doesn't bite. He's an absolute darling, he really is. That's another vet bill that got piled on top of everything. He had a serious infection which got cleared out, and that wasn't cheap either. So it's just another big money thing. So that's pretty much an update. I know it's not all good news, and it's a bit doomy and gloomy, but just to let people know what's been happening, where I've been. That's the long and the short of it, to be honest, but I'm just hoping all of the bad stuff's in the past now and we can move on and crack on, get some videos done and do some overnighters and things like that. They won't be very often, but until we get settled, till then it's just going to be review videos. Loads of people have been asking me, I want to buy some backpacks and some torches, can you recommend some stuff? And I've got a few things I've got myself and companies have sent, so that's going to be squeezed in at some point. I don't know when. But there's going to be lots of interesting videos coming up, and all about a different slant on prepping, which I haven't seen on YouTube before, so stay tuned for that one, okay? So that's a long update. My God, that has been a long time. So there you are, guys. Thanks very much for all your support. When I get back online, I'm going to go through the messages, and there's lots of them. I nearly swore them, but there's a lot of them. So please be aware of me if I don't reply to everyone. It's going to be a lot because it's been gone on for so long. So that's pretty much it from me and my friend. Thanks for watching. Stay funky.